Hi. So I wanted to actually do a really cool intro of me like making coffee over a coffee machine or something, but I realized that I don't own a coffee machine and I don't drink coffee, so here's a cool intro video of me pouring milk into some cereal. Okay, well, now that I'm done fooling around, hi, hello, how are you? How's everybody doing? So it's been a minute. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to just get some thoughts out about making friends. This is a very difficult topic for me because for the past year and a half, making friends has been very difficult in this new place that I'm living in. And I'm currently in South Korea right now, and I'm here because I wanted to, spend more time with my family, but also because I'm in the middle of a career transition. I wanted to save some money by living with my family and just being here. But one thing that's really difficult about moving to a new place is having to start the process of making friends and getting used to the community all over again. And this is certainly the case of me in this new country. I just want to clarify, I do speak Korean and I have no problem communicating in Korean, but the problem is that coming to a new place, especially a completely new place that I haven't been to in about 20 some years, is actually really difficult because getting used to the rhythm of this new country, especially when you're an outsider, is still a very difficult thing to do. Now, I've been to many kind of meetups where, I go out and, I get some food or I have some meetings with people, but none of the friendships ever lasted. Like I would go to some English speaking meeting, but most people are there to learn English and not really there to hang out. And after spending about a year and a half in this place and trying to get into the groove of this new environment, I'm starting to realize that making friends as an adult is very, very difficult. This is not a Korea problem, but I think this is a problem that many people have throughout their lives. Regardless of what your job is, and regardless of your location, making friends as adults is a lot more difficult. And one of the reasons why I think that is because when you're a kid, you are forced usually to go to an environment where you see the same people every single day, Monday through Friday. You go to the school and you just hang out with people and you take the same classes. So there's shared trauma kind of from all the difficult classes that you have to take. And there's also a sense of camaraderie in the things that you have to do together, and you laugh together, suffer together, and through that you are creating this unspoken, inadvertent bond with people that sometimes lasts for a lifetime, even if you made this friendship 20, 30 years ago. But this is much more difficult when you become an adult. Even if you have a shared experience, many people don't go into work wanting to make friends. Many people are there to just work, and everybody just wants to get the hell out. Nobody's really there forcing you to be there, but rather people are there because they're just earning money. They just want to make their ends meet, and nobody's really there to make friends. So unless you really vibe with certain people, you just go home. And the whole idea of work-life balance is completely separated, where you go work just to work, and then after you're done with work, you want nothing to do with work. So anything that's associated with work, like coworkers that could potentially become good friends, end up not being so. And so this was what I've been observing for the past few years in adult friendships, which is that it's just much more difficult because the meetings between people as adults is not as organic, if that makes any sense. And so this has been my experience in the past couple of years in South Korea, where trying to make friends here has been very difficult. And of course, people can, make the excuse that, Korean people are introverted, but I don't think so. I think that everybody already has a group of friends that they already hang out with. And most people go out to these meetings for actual purposes. Like, oh, I want to go out to practice my hobby, or I want to go there to practice my English. And so because they have certain agendas, people aren't really going to make friends. And so this has been my observation of adult friendships in the past few years that I've been here, and I've been feeling very lonely in this place, but that's okay. I think this is a part of the journey that I need to humble myself in order to actually learn how to become a better person so that I can learn how to be more sociable and make better friends here. But I'm not sure where this is going to go. I guess my question to you guys is does anybody ever feel this way as well, where trying to make friends as adults has been really difficult? If so, just share in the comments below. And the second part of the video that I wanted to make is kind of to ask people, hey, what kind of content do you think I can make? I mean, I know that sounds kind of silly where, you know, I should be the one kind of like leading you guys into kind of like making content, but to be completely honest with you, as I said in my first video, I don't exactly know what I want to do with this YouTube channel just yet. I'm not one of those people that have this burning desire to create a single content and I have to say, oh, I'm going to do cooking or I'm going to do this or that, but rather I'm kind of in an exploratory stage where not really sure how this thing works and not really sure how the social aspect of YouTube works or even comments or anything like that. So I'm just in this weird limbo zone of trying to make content but not really being sure of what to make. And an idea that I had was I always look back in my life and there were so many things that I wanted to try in my life. Like, let's say, like learn a new language. Like I always wanted to learn French or German or things like Mandarin. Or I wanted to learn how to draw, or I wanted to learn how to play the piano, or all these things that I said I want to do, or I thought I'd maybe do it at some point in my life, I never really got a chance to do. And I'm not necessarily regretting it deeply, but I'm kind of like, well, what if I actually had tried? So I thought maybe I would use this platform as a way to keep myself accountable with a bunch of people and just see like if I can build something by doing something little by little every day. Kind of like, let's say I'm currently studying Mandarin right now by myself just for fun, but maybe by keeping myself accountable and trying to upload videos weekly or daily, maybe that is a good way for me to like keep myself accountable. That's an idea that I had, but I'm not really sure if that's a good idea or not. So if you guys have any other ideas on what kind of videos you might like to see or what you want to talk about, maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below. Anyway, well, it's nice to see people. I honestly did not think that I would get anything over 2 views on my first video, so I appreciate people for watching and sticking around. Yeah, thank you. Bye guys.